here we have started our program. Depending on whether we want to choose the images from a real world scenario or synthetically generated scenario. If we want synthetic images, we can just enter the number of objects that we are aiming to train for. Suppose I just have one object and about 1,000 training images for that object. I'll just go navigate to the folder where it's stored and just upload that training data over there. Right now I'm going to show how to train for real world images. In real world images, again you upload the video where you've captured the real world data, and you go next. Right now the video is being transformed into images of a particular standard size that the training would run on. Here we can see that a unique session ID is being printed. This is the ID for this particular training session. So in case you want to test out your inference on any particular trained session, you can just navigate to that particular session ID. Suppose you already have labeled data for that particular video, you can just upload the labels over there, or you can start off with a new labeling session. Now over here I can see I can just draw the bounding box against each object and enter the name of the label, and I can start labeling, and it will label across the entire video. Whenever I'm done finishing that, I can label another object where there were multiple objects. Like in this case, I can see that they have multiple objects in our video. So I will label each and every one of them. The idea is to create a labeling box that fits closely around the object and encapsulate the entire object inside it. Whenever I'm done labeling, I don't have any more objects to label. I can just click on finish labeling. Here we can see that the label names are the names that were automatically populated from what I've labeled in the video. If I was uploading the labels, it would just navigate through all the labels and find out the unique names that were there in the label files. This is the number of epochs that we want our training session to run for, and suppose the batch size. These are dependent on the GPU that you have or the training requirements that are there. We can start training. This would give us the approximated time left and the training progress. Right now there's no training running, so we'll just go to the next training session. This is where we will test out our trained models on a new video. So I will select a different video this time, and I will check out the results of our trained model. I can navigate and select any of the training sessions. So our latest session was session 16. So I want to test out for that particular session. If you don't want to test out for that particular section, you can choose any of the previous sessions as well. On start testing, we want to make sure that the orientation of the images that you've uploaded is correct. Because our relations are relative to the orientation. So suppose you want to rotate it clockwise, anti-clockwise, flip it, or continue as it is. Then the results would be given over here of our test video. So suppose I expect to see the box item in there, I'll add that object. I want to see cylinder, add that object. You want to see vent, you add that object. And suppose you want different relations, like the box should, or you can go into like the vent should be above the box. That could be one relation. So you just do add relation, and you can just then run the inference, and you can see what all objects are present in the video. So it detected vent, cylinder, box in red, and these are the relationships that it detected.